It's intense tonight on Friday Football Focus. Much more than just city pride on the line as the Santa Barbara Dons and Dos Pueblos Chargers were desperate for a Channel League win. Brighetti's offense lit up the scoreboard last week with 70 points, but no team has gone into the dog pound of Atascadero and rang the victory bell. And the Hive is buzzing in Oxnard as the Yellow Jackets look to swarm Channel Islands with their ferocious defense. Friday Football Focus is golden like this Olympic hero.
Hey, I'm Carrie Walsh-Jennings, and you're watching Friday Football Focus.
Now, from the bleachers to the end zones, gridirons up and down the coast. Mike Land, Joey Butita, and the largest sports team on local television. Live, Friday Football Focus.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Friday Football Focus. I'm Joe Butita alongside the one, the only Mike Clan.
You're too kind.
Most of these league seasons now in full swing, Mike.
Yeah, the sense of urgency, because a lot of these schools now, the leagues are so small, you only play a handful of games, so each one is huge. We're going to start in the Channel League, Santa Barbara, traveling to the good land of Goleta to face Dos Pueblos. Both teams lost their league openers, so both needed this victory. Of course, Don's interim head coach JT Stone used to star at DP in the mid-1990s, record-setting quarterback. Don didn't get off to a good start, though, for JT. Opening possession for Dos Pueblos, Angel Davison. That guy's got a big heart. Malik Harris, big yardage on the ground there for Dos Pueblos. So Don's thinking run. Kellen Roberts back at the starting quarterback again. The sophomore up top to Josh Flora.
Oh, great catch.
And the Chargers are on the board. They've had trouble scoring touchdowns here. They score one on their opening possession of the game, 7-0. And, of course, you can't spell Dos Pueblos without the D. Austin Pierce sacking Brent Payas. You know, the Dons were a little late getting out on the field today, and they finally get going right now. Adam Ebling going to stuff the run as well. Don's offense coming to life. Brent Payas to Daniel Vallon. That's a first down. On the ground, it's Isaiah Figueroa. Good gain for Santa Barbara. They would fumble it away to DP, but then the Chargers fumbled it back. It was 7-0 DP after one. Second quarter, so the Dons going the other way. They're on the attack, and again, Figueroa, 15 yards into the red zone. And it Payas to Adam Ebling. 8 is great. Number 8 with the TD catch. And we're tied up at 7. Still in the second quarter. Angel Davison working his way upfield. He's got 12 yards there. Davison, big yards again, but here comes Mikey Sandoval from behind. How about that? The strip tackle. That is textbook technique right there in the bottom of the pile. Of course, Junior Garcia. That guy's always around the ball. He's got it. Now, 40 seconds to go in the half. Santa Barbara sacked by Pierce. And now 10 seconds, they're on the 40. Dons have no timeouts. So if Daniel Vallon gets tackled, the half ends. Look at that, the bubble screen. And no one gets them. Touchdown to end the half. 14-7 Dons. And this was wild. In the second half, DP played well. It was tied at 21. We went to overtime. Look at this. The principal of Santa Barbara High shooting this on his cell phone.
Vertical video syndrome.
Junior Garcia, the touchdown. His cell phone died, so Dave Meister, the assistant principal, shot the rest. That's Russell Inholm.
Can we hire these guys?
Pass. Hey, there ain't no party like a Don's party. Santa Barbara winning in overtime, 28-21. Wow, the Dons 1-1 in league, 4-4 overall. We have no shame. We'll use any video we have. Dons will play at Boyda next week. DP with a great second half effort, but they dropped to 0-2 in league. They play another rivalry game next Friday at San Marcos. Joe.
The only tip we have this way.
You know, I texted him that.
The only tip.
Never got that. It was too exciting.
It's fantastic plays, though. Speaking of San Marcos, big challenges. They opened up their Channel League schedule. A road date against powerhouse Ventura. Friday Football Focus reporter Cinera de los Santos was at that game and filed this report.
Hey guys, well, Ventura is back home after beating Santa Barbara last week 44-7, and the Cougars are looking to make it 7-1 on this season, while San Marcos is looking to cause the upset. The Ventura Cougars hosting San Marcos, and this party got started very early. Off the kickoff, Josh Januska grabs the ball and would do the rest. 100 yards for the first touchdown of the night. Ventura takes an early 7-0 lead and is pumping. this crowd up. Now, after a San Marcos fumble, Ventura gets the ball back and hands it off to Tyler Peralta, who jukes his way into the end zone for another Cougars touchdown. It's now 14-0 Ventura. Okay, still in the first quarter, Tyler Smith hands it off this time to Tommy Grossman, who decides to take it the other direction. You know what? It worked for him. Perfect camera angle and a perfect touchdown to give the Cougars a 21-0 lead. We are still in the first, and San Marcos looking to get on the board. Quarterback Sage Reed throws it down the middle. Now check out the tackle by Brandon Gooding. That would help out Keenan Moran with the pick six. Now in the second quarter, it was more Ventura. The handoff once again to Josh Januska, and the Royals having a hard time taking this kid down. He runs in for his second touchdown of the night. The Cougars led San Marcos at the half 56-0 and would go on to win this one 63-7. Ventura is 7-1 on the season, and next week they will enjoy a bye, and then the following week, which is Halloween night, they will hit the road to take on Dos Pueblos. At Ventura High School, Senator De Los Santos for Friday Football Focus.
Well, you have to go all the way back to 2010 for the last time that Lompoc lost a Los Padres League game. Yeah, these guys are pretty good. The Braves beginning league season tonight in Santa Ynez, facing off against the Pirates. First quarter action here. Santa Ynez with it. Bear Riddell, big throw, but it's a little too big. Intercepted by Lompoc's Mark Morales, and Morales is going to be tackled down, but Lompoc's got the ball. Lompoc still with it here. Torrey Sims handing off to Derek Portis, and he looks more like Quentin Portis,
Yes.
right? There you go. All right, that's a good touchdown. Yeah, touchdown there, 30-yard run. PAT to be good. Lompoc up 7-0. Still in the first. Sims at quarterback with the run, 35 yards, right up the middle. Nobody touched him. Into the end zone for the touchdown. Let me tell you something. Lompoc, speed kills. These guys are fast. First quarter, trouble for Santa Ynez. Botched snap there. Tanner Sheehan fumbles it. He would recover it, though. And why not? Nice completed pass there. 12-yard pass, and that's good to Ryan O'Neal. Santa Ynez first down. Still same possession. Sheehan handing off to Austin Breland, and he's in for the 5-yard touchdown run. They would tack on the extra point. It's 14-7 now. So Santa Ynez keeping it tight. Lompoc, though, just too good. Sims tossing it to Portis, and Portis running 50-plus yards. Again, just nobody getting a hand on him. Touchdown there. It's 21-7 at that point, and Lompoc will go on to roll 59-14. They're now 7-0 on the season. They're going to play at St. Joe's next Friday. Santa Ynez hosting Pioneer Valley.
And on cue, Pioneer Valley with a home game tonight against Cabrillo. The visiting Conks won a Los Padres League thriller last week against Santa Ynez in the final minute and change. Panthers run the football about as good as anyone in league not named Lompoc. Speaking of runs, it's Mondo Mancera. Oh, Mondo just a pawn in Game of Life. Blazing Saddles. Long run there for the touchdown. And it's 24-7 right now for Pioneer Valley. Here comes Cabrillo. Brett Gregory to Zach Morrison. Little swing pass, big yardage. And they're looking for more. And maybe the play of the night here, Joey. Andrew Prado with the interception. And Prado sure knows what to do with it. Look at him zig, zag, and make some nice moves. Now that is a pick six. Pioneer Valley pulling away from Cabrillo. Cabrillo, they've got some fight. I like that Gregory quarterback. I've seen him a few times. Pretty good. Hits Nico Pacheco. Pacheco upfield for good yardage, and then Gregory calls his own number right up the gut for the touchdown, but not enough firepower as Pioneer Valley wins this game. Final score 38-20. So both teams 1-1 in league. Cabrillo is off next week. All right, now to the big, bad Pac-5 league. Where Rigetti, remember that last week? They brought their high-octane offense to the dog pound that faced the Hounds in a Atascadero. Put up 70 points.
They put up 70 points. And Best in Show, a classic film. Friday Football Focus reporter Dave Alley is also Best in Show, and he joins us from where that game took place at the stadium. How was it out there, Dave?
It That was great. Yeah, hi, Mike and Joe. You know what? It has been a long time since I covered a game here at Memorial Stadium. How long? Well, no kidding aside, I think President Clinton was in office. A lot has changed since then, obviously, but one thing hasn't changed. The fans here, they love their Greyhounds. Just a great place to watch a high school football game. As for this game, very attractive matchup going in. Couple of teams that look like they're Pac-5 league contenders. Also a very competitive and even series historically. Over the last 10 years, these two teams met 10 times. Each side came in having won 5 wins, having won 5 times over each other's side. So it's going to be a great game. Let's see what the highlights look like. Greyhounds came in riding an 8-game home winning streak dating back to November 2012. The Warriors 4-0 at home this year, 0-2 on the road. The Warriors, though, they would strike first. 4.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. After an Elijah Wilkinson interception, he would cap off the turnover with a short run into the end zone. Righetti with the lead at 7-0. Hounds answered right back, ensuing possession. Tommy Carr, quarterback plunge. 3.5 minutes later in the first, PAT would tie up the game at 7. That was the score after the opening quarter. Move to the second. Righetti retakes the lead on a 4th and goal inside the 10. It's Connor Regan to Steven Spadarato. That would be a familiar theme all night. Righetti with a 14-7 lead. Just a minute into the second, but back comes the Atascadero ensuing drive. Mark Martin finishes off a long drive with a touchdown run. So just as we expected, a great game after one half, tied 14-all during homecoming festivities. Third quarter, just a minute in, Atascadero grabs their first lead of the game. Nick Ducasse on the handoff, going to shake off one tackler right there, then going to get by a couple more. Breaks into the open field and takes the distance 60 yards. Hounds with the lead 21-14. They would score again after an interception. They had a 27-14 lead into the fourth quarter. Ed Herman, though, would rally his troops. Fourth quarter, it's Regan going to who else? Spadarato for the touchdown. Incredibly, Spadarato, over 20 receptions on the night. An amazing performance by the Righetti senior wide receiver, but it would not be enough. After the Warrior touchdown, Hounds answered right back on the ensuing drive as it's Martin going right up the middle for a second touchdown of the game. Nick Cooper and the Hounds go on to get the win as they open up Pac-5 action with the win over the Warriors, taking this one 35-21.
Very nice job, Coach. Good luck.
All right, so a pretty good ball game. Hopefully I don't go another 15 years between appearances here at Memorial Stadium. With the win, Atascadero moves to 6-1 overall, 1-0 in the Pac-5. Next week they'll be south of the grade in San Luis Obispo. For the Warriors, they dropped to 4-3 overall, 1-1 in league play. They got another tough one on the road next week. They've got Arroyo Grande. For the Hounds, Pac-7 league champs last year, certainly looking like league contenders in the Pac-5 this season. All right, that's going to wrap it up live from Atascadero. Dave Alley for Friday Football Focus. Back to you.
All right, Dave, great job out there, and Atascadero still perfect at home this season. We're going to have more from the Pac-5 League later in the show, but up next we're going to venture into the Northern League.
Yes, we are. Napomo, Santa Maria highlights coming up right out of the oven. Stay with us on Friday Football Focus.
Or is that your cologne?
That's my